Welcome to a safe place. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
We have been hectic in the hecticness of life.
We have. Life has been very, very hectic. I'm working a lot of hours and I'm permanently exhausted.
And I'm just great.
That's why we're starting with her topic today, because she is so great that when we were texting each other this morning, Renee's topic was panic attacks. I thought, oh, this sounds like someone had a panic attack during the night. And so I said to Renee, do you want to start with your topic today? And she says, yes. And then she puts all of these restrictions on where I can and cannot go with the conversation. So let's see how well I follow those rules. Good luck, Renee. Renee, we're talking about panic attacks today.
Why do panic attacks happen?
Because we feel panicked?
What are panic attacks?
I think you can probably answer that, because I don't think I tend to have panic attacks, but from I don't think I do.
They're really common.
Yes.
A lot of people have them.
They absolutely. I was going to be a smarty pants, but yes, absolutely, they do. They do. And from
so you've never had a panic attack?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of.
So I'm the lucky one.
Well, define luck. Opportunity meeting a moment. Will you explain what it's like? Because I don't think I've ever had one. From my understanding, it's that sharpness of breath and a feeling of being completely overwhelmed, almost like you can't breathe. Is that correct?
I can breathe. I would equate it to, well, I'm calling it a panic attack. Maybe it's not. But anyway, this is what happened to me last night. Is I woke up in the middle of the night. No, it was even before I went to sleep. It was happening. It was happening while I was with my family, and I actually had to walk away.
Okay, so talk about what was happening.
I'm having a panic attack, everybody, just so you know. I just sort of walk away and I go in the bedroom.
But stop for a second. What was happening? Because you said,
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about because I don't have them.
So imagine that you're sitting there and there's a tiger about to pounce on you. Yeah. You know that fear? You know when you fall backwards on a chair?
Yeah. And you have that moment that your whole heart,
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Okay.
It just comes, and all of a sudden it's like or in my case, I'm really, really scared. I would equate it to a tiger's about to pounce on you, and you go, oh my God, I'm about to get...
All right, so you removed
really
yourself?
Dangerous. Scared.
Yeah.
Scared is the word.
But like panicked or scared?
Scared.
Okay.
So I'm not like, I'm not like that. I've got this intense... This is so embarrassing. I've just got this intense emotion of fear.
Okay.
Like I said to you, as if a tiger was about to pounce on me.
But do you know what the fear's about?
I have
do you know
idea.
why you're scared?
I have no idea. The only thing is, when I get that scared feeling, in my head, there's a tape playing of I can't do this or something, or something, maybe something's coming up.
So you're feeling exceptionally vulnerable usually in it?
The words that come in my mind without enunciating are sort of...
It's a big word, enunciating. Nice. What are they?
I can't do this. I'm too scared. I'm alone. I'm alone. I don't know how to say it.
Okay.
I'm just really, really scared, like, I can't do this.
Is it triggered by something, or can they just come?
They just come sometimes. But I think it's triggered by the fact that I've got deadlines pending or something.
Okay. And are you in that position at the moment where you have...
Or I've just had a weekend away where certain... No, you know what? It's the whole weekend away of... Yes. You know what? I've got a feeling it goes back to domestic violence. I've got a feeling it's got a link to the fear and dread I felt when Dad was really violent with Mum.
Okay. So it's that fear of no control.
It's that same fear. It's that same... I remember that fear of cowering in the corner.
Yeah.
I reckon it's that fear. But why is it coming back when there's no violence in my house?
Well, was there some sort of aggression during your time away that may have triggered it? You don't need to go into detail about what it was if there was, but
no.
Do you think there was anything like controlling or, I guess sometimes...
Feeling out of control or something?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. No, I think it's that whole not knowing where I fit in. Do you know what? I think it might be to do with not knowing where you fit in. This is very abstract.
Am I allowed to disagree with you on that? Because I think it's actually because while you were away for the weekend, and you had a wonderful weekend away, it was all planned and organised, that maybe part of it was that you didn't have any control in that planning and organising, so you were at the whim of someone else, which could trigger again that thing of being part of a cult for so long where you just blindly follow. And even though this is a completely different situation where you don't mind blindly following, it still triggered that unseated emotion quite deeply.
I don't know.
Oh, I do.
No, I
really
no,
should have
because
worn
I get
mascara.
them. I get them.
I know, but in this particular case,
anytime.
yes, I know that, but in this particular case, oh, I know I'm right. We can leave it
Anyway,
at that.
so how are we going to help people instead of just talking about me?
The reason, I think we've got to start with that real experience, to be honest. But I know that, I think for me, the reason I don't have, not that I'm aware of anyway, but I don't think I've ever had a panic attack. And I think part of that is because I meditate and breathe a lot. So I still get angry and frustrated.
I think you're just lucky. I'm sorry.
There's no such thing as luck.
But without you controlling.
No, but what I'm saying is I've put measures in place in my life that enable me that when I'm starting to feel stressed, so long as I'm in a situation where I can retreat and I deal with it differently. So I think I've managed to avoid them.
I do so too. Trust me, when it's coming on.
You're very defensive today, Renee. Very defensive.
When they're coming on, I go and do something about it. That's why
But what do you go
away.
and do? But you don't do anything. You just walk away. But you're not dealing in
I walk away
breathing.
So I can deal with it.
But what do you do to deal with it? Don't get frustrated and annoyed at me. Fair income. Some friends are just hard work. I'm sure you all have one of those friends.
It's hard. I'm getting upset now thinking.
I know.
About this. Okay, that's why I'm cranky.
I know, and you're deflecting so that you don't cry. You're going to get angry at me and take it out on me. Allows me to use humour, which relaxes you or frustrates you. It's always a gamble. So what do you do when you walk away? What do you do?
Breathing, number one. Yeah. I know that I've read a thousand times that if panic attacks come past when you're too tense and you're not breathing properly. So the first thing I do is slow down my breaths or start counting my breaths.
Beautiful.
So I just take a big deep breath in and hold it for 10.
Yeah.
Do that.
Do you hold it for 10?
Well, not as long as I can hold it, but I try and count at 10. And then I release it. Not 10, but a lot. And then I release it and hold it. Do that about 3 or 4 times.
Do you want to do that now to show people what you mean by that? Oh, I think they would like to see it. I would do it, but I can't count and breathe at the same time. If you'd like to count for me, I'm happy to do the breathing.
All right. Usually the first one
so I'm
is
going to breathe
not successful because you're so tight that your chest can only take a little bit of air in.
So the first thing that you do is you just
can
breathe.
only take a little bit in because your chest is shut.
Yeah.
So hold it as long as you can. It's a very shallow breath, so you can't hold it for long. So let it go. And again, when you let go the first time, you can hardly let go because you're still squished.
Okay.
So hold that out, but then by the time you repeat it, every breath gets longer and longer. So then eventually you can feel your lungs starting to enlarge because your chest is.
And then you can breathe.
And then you can breathe. So I do that about 4 times.
Yeah. So when we're talking about the counted breathing, how about we do that part? So after you've got initial control of your breath, do you want to count say 4 in, hold for 4 and count out 4, and I'll do the breathing? Okay. Or do you want to do the breathing and I'll count?
No, you go.
All
Breathe
right.
in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I also hold it here for a couple. 2, 3, 4. And then I go back up all the way up the top and hold it up there for about 4. 1, 2. So it wasn't 10. 3, 4. 5 if you can, and then let go. So sort of get more and more.
If you do it in the rhythmical box breathing, so pick a number you're comfortable with. So 3 if you've never done it before, 4 if you can do it for a bit longer. I do this at yoga, and I do this in my meditation, so I can do it a bit longer. But yeah, so you pick what you're comfortable with and keep it in that consistent pattern, and it will regulate your heartbeat. It controls your nervous system, and you're able to calm down and get to a point where you feel gentle with yourself again.
And the idea is that it takes your mind mind off what you were stressing about because you're too bloody busy.
Mindfulness. Well, but that's exactly, and that's what mindfulness is. It's that being present and focusing on something to be present. So the other thing that
and the other thing you got to do,
yes,
is stop the tape, because the reason why you got into that panic attack, I've worked out now, is that in my head I'm saying over and over something like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, or well, that's what I say, I'm not good enough.
Look, I'm also a firm believer as a sound healer in sound being able to support that. So everyone can buy a little cheap Tibetan singing bowl or some sort of sound device off eBay these days for $15 or so. And you can...
You're going on, yeah? I'm listening. Shh.
Oh, I don't know. If I was sitting with someone that's a qualified healer in so many modalities who doesn't have panic attacks but is aware of how they can help, and I was someone that had panic attacks, I wouldn't be sitting there taking the piss out of them.
Can I just
saying.
Can I just explain the reason why
that she takes the piss out?
No, I'm going to talk to the audience, not to you.
Talk to the audience.
The reason why is because as Jehovah's Witnesses, we're not allowed to do any of that. So it still doesn't sit right with me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be very open-minded.
But you're happy being ignorant is what you're saying.
It just still doesn't, the hairy fairy, she's got her bowls out.
I don't have a bowl, it's a drum. Tune drum.
I
did not listen to me at the beginning because I told her what it was.
I didn't mean to disrespect. It's just that
the other thing you can do.
So it's just as soon as you start talking about it, I just panic. It's like, because they're all ex-Jehovah's Witnesses out there too.
They're not all. This is
Some
not
are.
just for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses.
A lot of them
this
are.
is for people who've struggled with trauma.
It's okay. She's not going to get...
Oh, man.
There's no
the
demons.
other thing you can...
We got demons. This is demon portal.
Oh, my God.
I'm only talking from the... That's why I get triggered. That's the truth. Not anymore, obviously.
Oh, incorrect. We all just saw it. Own it.
But that's the story behind it. Witnesses. I was trained for 21 years that was a portal to the demons. It invites the demons down. Don't laugh. I'm sorry.
I'm not laughing.
No, the audience don't laugh.
I don't think the audience are laughing. They can't believe what's coming out of your mouth. They're going, this is
that's
scientifically based, proven therapy.
I know, it calms me down. When you do it, I have to be honest, I have tried it and it does calm me down. Sorry about the motorbike.
The other thing you can do is chant. Om is the universal sound for peace and grounding. So you can always chant. You close your eyes and you just go Om for as long as you can. And at first that might be short, later on it might be longer. And I'm going to start thinking about other witchy things I can call in here to really trigger Renee. And then we can video all of that.
I want to do a video about you and the witch thing.
Basically, this one was about panic attacks and how to handle them and what causes them. And so everyone's different, obviously, and not everything works for everyone. You've got to find what works for you. But breath is probably one of the easiest ways because you have it with you all of the time. And so to control your breathing really does control your nervous system, and that's what you need to be able to do. Is there anything else you would like to say, Renee, about panic attacks?
Just in conclusion, before you look at alternative medicines, yeah, number one, breathing. Get your breathing down.
Happy I am. Happy drum. Happy Tina.
Would you like me to say what I was going to say?
You don't like my accompaniment?
I'm worried that the audience can't hear me.
I'm sure they can, if they want to. I'm putting happy drum away now.
Breathing.
Probably should keep it out. This is going to be a long day.
And what you're saying in your head.
Yes.
Because what you're saying in your head, the tape that you're playing,
is
what's getting you there in the first place. So you have to fix your tape.
Yeah.
Change your tape.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much. This is a safe place. We hope that you continue to enjoy our videos, and we do apologise it's been so long. Ours have been crazy, and before that, just wasn't in the right space.
Bye.